What's going on, my today people? My name is Wendy, and this is the backup for the Dear Future Robots podcast. Let's get right into it. Now, on today's entry into the time capsule, we do have a contributor on this episode. I'm going to go ahead and just let him introduce himself. Y'all should recognize him. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Looking to a great time again tonight.
Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. He's the twin, by the way. He's the twin. All right, so like I said, this is the backup episode, and for those that do know, these episodes are strictly going to be 15 minutes. We're going to get to it and get right out. And for those new listeners out there, this episode is strictly for information that maybe was missed, things that have updated since we last spoke about them, or just whatever else we find interesting. But either way, we're going to get right into it, all right? So first, we're going to talk about this situation with Guyana and Venezuela. Over the Essequibo region, yeah. Right? Now, I did speak about it a bit in the last episode, or it was a part of my my philosophy segment, that is. But let me hear it, man. You got anything you want to add about it? And actually, first, let me give the people a bit of a background before we go into it, right? All right, so the Essequibo region is a disputed territory that both Guyana and Venezuela claim. The territory is 61,600 square miles west of the Essequibo River. Guyana has controlled that area since 1899 based on the Paris Arbitral Award. The dispute dates back to 1841 when Venezuela claimed that the British had encroached on Venezuelan territory when they acquired British Guyana, which is now Guyana, from the Netherlands. Venezuela rejects the border that international arbiters, the I think it was the CGI or CJI or CIJ, drew in 1899 when Guyana was still under British rule. Instead, Venezuela claims the Essequibo River to the region's east forms a natural border, recognized as far back as 1777. The Essequibo River or region is rich in natural resources. The United States obviously is backing the other side, not the side that has any kind of merit, or Israel got Palestine. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. Give your takes on it, man. What you feel?
Man, I feel I feel I feel a little biased towards the whole thing.
Okay,
why? Being the fellow Caribbean countries under distress, man. It's a little close to home. Man.
Okay.
I get why. I understand that Venezuela first had some claims to it back then, right, and but they also agreed to leave things alone. But when they had a chance to dispute the issue back in the 60s, right, 1960s, somewhere around there, right, somewhere around there, the issue came up again. But now since Maduro, he's trying to keep his claim in Venezuela, right?
And the 66 situation was when that's when Britain stepped in. And it's Britain.
Exactly.
Right,
exactly. But re-elections are coming up in Venezuela, right? And he's trying to remain relevant, man. And we all know what the economy is looking like over there.
Yeah,
right?
Been bad.
Yeah, man. And now since oil,
bad like Sinbad.
Been bad like Sinbad.
Yeah.
Oil is what they found over there.
Of course.
Man. So you get where he's coming from. You see, it's mostly greed.
Of course.
Some people would call it justified greed, being that they first had the territory back then.
Yeah.
But what is then is not now, man. And I feel like Guyana, they have a right to claim what it is, right? And I feel like he's out of place, the Venezuelan president as well, for telling those oil companies to halt drilling right now, right? Because he has plans to dispute the territory and Venezuela. He's out of place, man. And I watched a video in the week where the president for Guyana, he's calling on all the other neighboring countries that support Guyana, that they have relations with. The United States, I know, have been showing support, military support, and Brazil as well. So yeah, man, they better leave it alone,
bro. It's like I can see like both sides.
Yeah,
I can see like both sides, because I feel like if you feel like there was a situation where you were done wrong, or got the raw end of the stick, so to speak, I mean, you should be able to voice
That's
that,
true.
especially when you have a chance to, right?
That is true.
But in this case, I mean, and we're going back to Britain, but like, it's been a lot that they've had their fingerprints on that have been falling apart or coming back to bite. Well, not even them, because nobody's bringing them up. Nobody's calling them to task. It's everybody's left to deal with it and pick up the pieces.
That's so crazy you said that, Rock. It's really crazy you said that because I'm thinking about Palestine and stuff
right.
too.
It's
so
the same thing.
I'm like, you're right, bro. You're right.
It's no different. It's the same thing. Right. And the people there are left to squabble over what Britain did 100 years ago.
Like they're the bully that messed up the playground, and now the little kids got to put it all back together.
Messed up, bro.
You're right.
It's messed up. Yeah. From that perspective, it's like, damn, I get it, but I also get Guyana as well. But is it Guyana the nation, or is it the companies that are promising certain things and need to get in there and drill, baby, drill, so to speak, right? Makes it a little tricky for me. Makes it a little tricky for me.
It's just the thing that gets me is that he started to dispute that Venezuela has been disputing this issue,
for a while.
And credit to them. True, right? But they kind of laid it to rest for a little bit. Now it's become a thing again because of the oil discovery, right? So, and you knowing how the president is for Venezuela, and you can tell the motive behind it. That's what kind of rubs me the wrong way.
I don't know. He's a certain figure where he's been demonized, just like anybody has been demonized that didn't agree with America, or took another stance, like joined the other team, so to speak. And Venezuela, if you look at their history, their history is rife with like beef with the U.S. or beef with the colonial powers. So it's kind of like one of those situations where, is it fair the way things are being reported, about them? Probably not. So it's one of those things where I'm approaching with kind of like as clear eyes as I can, and an open mind as well. Like we can easily just blame the status of Venezuela on, the leader is just, he must be horrible and stealing money and that. But okay, we'll say the same thing about Haiti then. Say the same thing about everywhere that's doing bad, bro. But one thing most of those places have in common is they either said no to somebody, they deposed a dictator, they got somebody or a greedy
upset.
person.
The bigger guy. They got a bigger guy
upset. Because for Venezuela to be Venezuela and nobody to be in there, that's because then people said no. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a little complicated for sure. I don't think there's a way. We're not on the ground over there, so there's not really a way for us to have all the details to be able to.
And it's still progressing. It's a daily thing. It's a daily thing. So more details will come out as time goes on.
Right.
And hopefully it doesn't, because Guyana is hoping that the peace, Venezuela sorts this out in a diplomatic way. You know what I'm trying to say? That's
been doing it for a very long time, dog. It's like, damn,
so what are you saying? War now?
No, not now. You know what? No, I'm never gonna go straight to that.
Yeah.
But I think a mediator, arbitrator, I think it should be split. If anything, it should be split. This is 2023. I get it. A lot of things happened in the past. Sins of I was about to say the forefathers, but really sins of the colonizers. So if anything, if they can find a way to peacefully split it and have an agreement where one side won't take more than the other side does at any given time. Like I think that's pretty fair.
Split the oil or the land?
The oil, not the land, because the land won't be fair because somebody will get a side with more oil.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, because that's what I think about. Split the oil. That's fine.
Split the oil. Like you can't whatever you take, I have to take the same amount.
Yeah. That's fair. That's
fair.
Splitting the oil, because it's not necessarily even the land itself. It's mainly the resource offshore. Really, that's what they're going at, right? And
the oil.
The oil. And some part of me, like thinking about the map being redrawn for Guyana doesn't sit well with me, man. I'm gonna be honest. In 2023,
maps are all drawn. Everything is drawn, and the colonizer, bro, they were all drawn by colonizers. Like that's the funny part. We hold on dear to these lines, and they were drawn by people who took advantage of our
all territories are mine.
Yeah, like I'm confused. Like
it's not necessarily.
Yeah, these weren't drawn by God, bro. Like the Creator didn't draw these lines. Right. Somebody who was taking advantage of people drew these lines, dog. So it's kind of like
it's probably one of them things, because you're so used to seeing something like this, you don't want to let go of that mental thing that
it's
you
hard
have in your head.
For sure.
That's really what it is.
That's why it's always tough for me when I have conversations with like lay people, historically lay people, in regards to like something like Africa. Where when I talk about it, just because of the little that I do know about history, it's like, it matters what era we're talking about, what time frame, what millennium, what decade, what century, because different lines and borders weren't drawn. And even the fact that we call it like Africa that's not the people there didn't call it that. There was no like continents. That's a European thing because of that need to classify. It's very complex when you're talking about it with an honest historical lens, like as unbiased as possible, right? And we all have our biases, et cetera, et cetera. But if you're speaking historically as unbiased as you can, it's always gonna be a complex and nuanced conversation. It's never if it's too easy, it's some BS. That's not how the world works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I second that.
Right. So another example, and we're gonna move on, but another example of something that definitely has nuance, but I noticed it recently, and I didn't quite like how the media was flipping it, right? So there was a laser that was sent back to the Earth not too long ago, right? And if you read any kind of news, and they're going to sensationalize, it was presented as if it was like some
an alien species.
Oh, what's going on? There was a laser message that reached the Earth.
Yeah.
Right. So obviously I knew it was BS from the beginning, right? I don't believe in none of that alien stuff, but I looked more into it, and it was actually a NASA program, and that made so much more sense. I'm like, yo, why couldn't y'all say that? Like, y'all trying to sensationalize the whole freaking planet, and it's really annoying when we get that when we have that actually done by media members or whatever the case is.
It's slow, man. It's slow for the media. You know what I'm trying to say, because they're losing their ground that they once had. So they gotta find things to make news about, man. Some things that even ain't news, they gotta make it news.
Literally, clicks, bro. So Earth receives laser message from 10 million miles away. American media playing. They were literally playing for clicks, bro. But let's see. The initial success is referred to as first light. It plays a crucial role in testing high bandwidth communication capabilities. Data was sent back and forth between the uplink and downlink lasers. And this is all just NASA, man.
Yeah.
Like, so no, it was not aliens, guys, and
it was
gals
not the
out
mothership.
there. It's not the mothership or anything like that.
It was not the mothership.
So you can put away your pitchforks and your glasses of water if y'all know that reference. Y'all seen signs.
The aluminum helmets.
The aluminum helmets and all that kind of stuff. Put it away. All right, we're safe. All right, so let's move on right from that. We only got a few more minutes. Diddy. Yeah, he's back at it again. He had some comments recently, and let me just read through them right quick. So he says, enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and legacy. Sickening allegations that have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. Sean Diddy Combs.
Boy, that man dramatic, boy.
And every time I think of this man, this is what I think of right here. Hold on.
Yeah, I love this drink. I like when you like this, Daddy.
Oh,
Daddy, I like when you
did he just call him Daddy? Whoa. Ooh, hey, that's spooky action.
Listen,
at a distance.
Man, and he came on Breakfast Club. And Charlemagne played that tape back for him.
He did?
Yes. And Charlemagne, and he's like, I said that? He's like, Charlemagne's like, that's you.
Yikes.
He's like, man, I don't know, man. It's like,
yikes.
Bruh.
Yeah, pretty weird if you ask me. Yeah. But yeah, that's some of y'all, man. Diddy, I guess. I ain't Daddy, whatever you call himself. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we stays away from that, man. That's a fact. We stay away from that, man. But let's see. Kodak Black, man, arrested again. Cocaine possession. I'm sure he's already out, man. But yikes.
Kodak has been out for a minute, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I swear, every time there's a high for him or in his career, he gets high and it comes down.
Man,
you know what I mean?
A part of me want to say that he needs guidance, man. But there's not a part of me that says, yeah, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's trust me.
He's too
rich. It goes past guidance now. It's a habit. It's a habit,
Exactly.
Some people learn, some people just never learn.
Right. Hey, but thoughts and prayers, I guess. Hoping young man figures his way. I mean, this is like the 15th time I'm saying that, but it is what it is, man. We'll see, man. But either way, let's get to the fact of the day and close this thing out, man. In quantum entanglement, two particles can become interconnected in such a way that the state of one particle instantly influences the state of another, regardless of the distance separating them. This phenomenon famously led Einstein to refer to it as spooky action at a distance. It's a lot of spooky things going on, y'all. That's all I got for the time capsule. I'm out.